My beloved child, pause with me for a moment. Do you feel it? The weight of years shadowed by sickness, the echoes of loss still whispering through your streets, the weariness that lingers in your bones from a world turned upside down. I see you, my precious one, carrying the memories of empty hospital beds in Lagos, the shuttered shops in New York, the silenced classrooms in Mumbai, days when fear seemed to reign and hope felt like a distant star. I know the questions that haunt your quiet moments. Will we ever be whole again? Can the wounds of these years truly heal? Is there a future beyond this shadow? I formed you in the womb. I breathed life into your very being, and my love for you shines brighter than the sun that rises each morning. Perhaps you woke today to news of a new strain stirring panic in Beijing, or heard of families in Sao Paulo still struggling to rebuild after all they've lost. Maybe you scrolled past stories of children in Nairobi orphaned by the scourge, or felt the strain of a world where the rich hoard while the poor hunger. I see it all, my child, and I see you, standing amidst the rubble of what was, yearning for a dawn that feels too far away. But hear me now, for I am not a distant ruler gazing from afar, untouched by your pain. I am the Father who draws near, the healer who binds up every wound, the shepherd who calls you out of the storm into my embrace. Close your eyes, just for a breath, and let the clamor of the world fade. Set aside the fears that buzz around you, the voices that weigh you down, and sit with me in this sacred stillness. I am closer than the air you breathe, nearer than the heartbeat in your chest, and I long to pour healing into the places where sorrow has carved its mark. You were not made to dwell in this darkness forever. The sickness, the loss, the divisions of these days are but a passing mist before my eternal light. I walked with my people through plagues and famines, through nights when death seemed to knock at every door, and I am walking with you now, through every remnant of this trial. I will make you like a tree planted by streams of water, your leaves unfading even when the earth around you trembles. My voice is the balm that soothes the deepest hurt, the song that lifts the heaviest heart. Will you listen to me now, my child? I am here with a message just for you, a promise of healing after this pandemic, a hope for a new world emerging from the ashes, a love that will mend what's been broken and lead you into a joy unshaken by any storm. Stay with me, for what I have to say will renew your spirit, guide your steps, and fill you with peace that no shadow can steal. My child, I look upon your world with eyes that see every tear, with a heart that beats with every ache of yours. I see the hospitals in Jakarta overflowing once more, nurses weary from nights without rest, families clutching hands through glass walls they cannot cross. I hear the cries of mothers in Mexico City who buried their loved ones too soon, their voices rising to me from graves still fresh with sorrow. I watch the markets of London, once bustling, now quiet with the echoes of jobs lost and dreams deferred, while leaders in Geneva debate who should bear the cost of this burden. My beloved, I know how your spirit bends under the weight of these years. When you see the slums of Delhi where medicine never reached, or the children of Cape Town learning in the open air because their schools crumbled under debt, I feel the sting of every friendship frayed by distance, every church silenced by fear, every heart that grew cold when the world shut its doors. I see the leaders in Washington and Beijing pointing fingers over who unleashed this plague, while the poor in Haiti sift through the ruins of a life the powerful forgot. When these scars press upon you, come to me. Whisper the names of those you've lost, the places you've seen suffer, for I hear every breath you take, every prayer you cannot find words to speak. Don't turn away from this pain, my child. Let it lead you to my arms, for I am the one who gathers the broken and holds them close. I walked with my people when pestilence swept through their lands, when the air grew thick with mourning, when hope seemed buried beneath the dust, and I have not left you now. Every soul touched by this trial is known to me. Every widow in Manila clutching a photo of her beloved, every doctor in Tokyo pushing past exhaustion, they are mine just as you are mine. I am the one who counts every sparrow that falls, who lifts the lowly from the ashes, who carries the weakest in my arms until their strength returns. I see the nurse in Rome who sings to her patients through her own tears, the father in Cairo who works 3 jobs to feed his little ones. These are my lights in the darkness, and I cherish them as I cherish you. My precious one, your world bears the marks of this great wound, but I am not blind to it. I mourn with you. I hold every shattered piece, and I am here to weave healing through every thread of this story. My beloved, raise your eyes to me, for I am at work even now, moving through the ruins to bring forth life anew. I am stirring the hands of scientists in Stockholm, guiding their minds to medicines that ease this lingering shadow. I am softening the hearts of leaders in Brasilia, whispering justice so the poor might breathe again, so the forgotten might rise. I am mending the spirits of families in Seoul, drawing them back from isolation into the warmth of my love. My child, I will make you like a tree planted by streams of water, your roots deep and strong, your branches bearing fruit even after the long drought of these days. I am rebuilding what this sickness tore apart, not just the clinics in Nairobi where hope was scarce, but the trust between neighbors, the laughter of children, the songs of my people lifted once more. Here's what I ask of you tonight. Light a candle in your home. Let its glow reflect my presence, and pray for healing. Name the cities you've seen struggle: Lagos, Delhi, New York, and lift up those who labor to mend this world. The doctors, the teachers, the leaders. Speak kindness to someone broken by these years, a friend who's drifted, a stranger who's lost. Offer them a word, a touch, a meal, for you are my hands to bring comfort where despair has lingered. I am the one who turns wilderness into rivers, who brings blossoms where only thorns once grew. Think of the volunteer in Bangkok, sewing masks for the needy long after the need seemed to fade. Her care is my miracle unfolding. Think of the child in Lima, singing through a mask as she learns again. Her joy is my strength breaking through. Every prayer you offer, every hand you extend, is a seed I plant in this wounded earth, and I will make it bloom into a harvest of wholeness beyond your dreams. I am the one who calms the raging seas with a word. Watch me still the storms of sickness. Watch me hush the winds of fear that have swept your world. I will turn your mourning into dancing, your ashes into a crown of beauty, for my healing flows stronger than any plague, my love deeper than any loss. My precious one, I am renewing this world through you. Trust me, walk with me, and I will lead you out of this shadow into a light that never fades. My child, come near and see what I see, a vision of a world reborn, a promise that rises from the dust of these hard years. Picture this with me, a day when hospitals in Jakarta stand as places of joy, not sorrow, when the markets of London hum with life shared by all, not just a few. I see families in Mexico City gathering without fear, their tables full, their voices lifted in praise. I see leaders from Washington to Beijing clasping hands, their quarrels laid down, their strength turned to lift the weak together. My beloved, I will lead you to a land flowing with milk and honey, where every valley of despair is filled, where every mountain of pride is brought low. The slums of Delhi will bloom with homes of dignity. The fields of Haiti will yield bread for every mouth, and the air of this earth will carry songs of unity, not sighs of division. Hold this hope in your heart, my child. When the weight of yesterday pulls you down, close your eyes and see my new world emerging. Teach your little ones to dream of abundance, not scarcity. Tell them tales of a time when sickness is but a memory, when love binds every nation as one. Share this vision with those around you, for your faith is the spark that ignites my fire, the flame that warms a world grown cold. I have watched plagues pass and peoples rise again, their tears turning to rivers of life under my hand. The doctor in Manila who stayed when others fled, the mother in Cape Town who fed her neighbors with her last coin. These are my builders, crafting a future where no one is left behind. You too are my architect, my precious one. Every step you take in trust, every word you speak in love, shapes the world I am bringing forth. You are my light on a hill, shining for all to see. I will make you a city of peace, where the broken find healing, where the lonely find family, where the lost find home. I am preparing a table before you, a feast of joy that no sickness can touch, no sorrow can dim. My beloved, lift your eyes. The trials of this pandemic are fading. My promise stands forever, and you are its herald, carrying my hope to every corner of this earth. My precious child, come to me now. Bring the scars of these pandemic years, the losses of Lagos, the fears of Sao Paulo, the weariness of your own heart. Kneel with me tonight. Whisper the names of those who suffer still, and I will shelter you under my wings like a hen gathering her chicks. I see you, my beloved, longing to step out of this shadow, your spirit aching for wholeness, your hands ready to rebuild. Take this step today. Pray for a nurse in Rome, a family in Tokyo, a leader shaping tomorrow. Lift them to me, for your voice moves my heart. Speak healing to someone near you. Offer a call, a letter, a prayer, for you are my vessel of restoration in a world that needs it so. I chose you before the dawn of time, not to linger in this sorrow, but to rise as my light, to stand as my hope, to carry my love through every remnant of this trial. The teacher in Nairobi praising me through empty classrooms, the child in Lima dancing despite her grief. She reflects my strength, and so do you. You are my masterpiece, shaped for this hour, called to shine where darkness has reigned. I am the vine, you are the branches. Abide in me, stay close, and you will bear fruit that outlasts every plague, every storm, every shadow that falls. I will make you a well-watered garden, blooming with peace, thriving with joy. For my love flows like a river that never runs dry, washing away every hurt and filling you with life anew. My precious one, I bless you now with healing that mends body and soul, with courage that lifts you above fear, with hope that shines through every night. Go now, my child. Step into this new world with me. Know that I am with you, within you, always. Together, we will heal this earth. One heart, one prayer, one act of love at a time. Rest in, my love, and let's walk this path as one.